Fort Madison, Iowa, a quaint riverfront town. But in the heart of this all-American landscape lie the forbidding stone ramparts of Iowa State Penitentiary. Its 30-foot wall is all that separates the residents of Fort Madison from the state's most violent criminals.
The people we have here are the people who, for the most part, are here because of the heinous violent crimes they committed on the streets, or those inmates who were confined in other prisons and were not easily manageable. And they were disciplinary problems, they were predators.
You just walk in and boom, all of a sudden there's a murder happens, or staff members get attacked with a can opener. It's almost like every corner you go around, every step you take, every person you meet, you just live with the assumption that this could happen at any second, at any minute.
As the state's only maximum security prison, ISP is truly home to the worst of the worst.
Come on, kids.
I haven't been scarred or cut or raped or anything by any inmate in this whole prison the whole time I've been here. You want to know why? They know I'll hunt them down and I'll kill them.
With an inmate to correctional officer ratio of 20 to 1, it seems a nearly impossible task to maintain order among a population of criminals that other prisons in the state couldn't handle.
Let's go. Bang it. Easy money.
To help maintain order, ISP formed a highly trained unit to deal with the most extreme situations. The Correctional Emergency Response Team, or CERT. Lieutenant Bernie Schneider leads this elite force.
The main goal here is to make this place a safer place for staff and inmates. We're dealing with the unruly inmates, whether it be a cell move or high-risk escort.
Among CERT's tasks, shaking down cells for weapons and other contraband.
You won't find anything laying right under the mattress, but what they'll do, they'll cut holes in the mattress. There's a big spot here that he's cutting the mattress so he can hide contraband in.
Over the years, CERT's uncovered a staggering variety of weapons.
And this is a hatchet that was found, made out of scrap metal in one of the shops. This one was actually used in a murder of an inmate, and I believe he was decapitated with this knife. You take a shank like this, a guy's probably going to be packing this around in a riot. It's big, it's very obvious. The guy's walking around this for show, he wants you to see it. But as you're watching at this, the guy you need to watch out for is one carrying something like this. It'll sneak up behind you and stick you with this and kill you.
CERT's goal is to always stay a step ahead of the prisoners. They never want to relive the days when inmates were able to stockpile weapons and seize control of the prison, like they did in 1981.
We're gonna go out here today. They found a shank out on a big yard.
The CERT officers will go over every square foot of the yard with military minesweepers, searching for buried weapons that are often small, but nonetheless lethal.
Got one there, correct?
It looks like an old piece of banding off the fence. It could be used as a shank, straightened out metal shanks.
What makes shanks and other handmade weapons so dangerous are the people who wield them. At maximum security prisons like ISP, the main instigators of violence are usually gang members.
We have in Iowa a little over 100 gangs that we're currently tracking. We have everything from your traditional Chicago-based street gangs, such as Gangster Disciples, Vice Lords, Latin Kings, to West Coast gangs, Crips, Bloods. We have some federal prison gangs, such as Aryan Brotherhood, Mexican Mafia.
Still, very few inmates will admit gang affiliation.
No, not part of the gang. I don't wear baggy clothes and listen to funny music.
It ain't good to speak on that because you asking for problems. So I'm not going to get in that conversation.
While some inmates fear reprisal for talking about gangs, others don't speak of them because of the warden's zero-tolerance policy. Year-old inmate Eric Webb was sent to the hole for an anti-Semitic attack.
They're caged cells, and there's a Jew to my left and a Jew to my right, and I didn't like him. They kept with me, so I took a piss in a cup, and I threw it on both of them. The guard came by and he called me a or something, so I went and got some water and I splashed him. That wasn't pee, though, on the guard.
Though most of the inmates here deny gang affiliation,
This means I didn't hear I didn't see and I'm not telling you
they are more than willing to express their beliefs in permanent ink on their bodies.
No, I'm not in a gang. I have certain beliefs, you know what I mean? Well, I got FTW on the side of my head.
What does that mean?
World. I've got a swastika on the back of my head, 110% honky.
The prison staff knows that they'll never eliminate gangs or the hatred they spew, but they're determined to keep deadly weapons out of members' hands.
We've found a lot of shanks over the years, but it's kind of one of them deals that's kind of slowed down a little bit because they know that we do it 2 or 3 times a year, and I think that helps.
Now what are they doing?
Today's yard sweep by the CERT team didn't turn up much.
Mostly pop tabs and just pieces of scrap metal and a couple base plates.
But at ISP, danger still lurks around every corner.
When you come in that door, you don't want to forget where you're at. I come in every day, and I want to go home every night.
Many of the inmates at ISP have been segregated for committing violent acts within these walls. But another 200 have been isolated for a different reason: mental illness. They're housed in the prison's critical care unit, or CCU.
They act like children, they are still dangerous inmates. There's a lot of them out there for first-degree murder.
Well, they say I'm a murderer and an armed robber.
And you're not?
No.
You're innocent?
I'm innocent, but I did kill some people and shot some people.
Bill Brandow is serving a life sentence for murder.
I'm in here officially for shooting one person, which would be my mother. I executed her in as nice a way as I could, and I'll tell you like this. I spent the evening with her, had supper with her, we had fun, we talked. I told her I loved her before I killed her. All the religious beliefs in this world would have justified me killing her before I came to prison because I just got done shooting some other people.
The mentally ill offenders who were housed in a normal segregation unit don't handle lockup situations well. They can become very loud, disruptive, and it can wear on everybody. So there was basically a court order saying we need to separate those two populations.
Hey, what's the matter?
Michael O'Reilly has been a correctional counselor at ISP for the past 14 years.
You're getting yourself worried about nothing.
He provides psychological counseling to CCU inmates who are confined to their cells around the clock.
There's some offenders on this unit who have spent their entire stay here. This is just where they function the best.
Have a nice day.
How you doing, Roman?
One inmate who looks like he's here for the long haul is Roman Fountain, the recently transferred prisoner with a history of attacking female officers.
I don't know what drives that behavior, and we may never know. All of our psychologists are female. And so in order to get to a deep psychological, the root of a problem this guy's obviously got, I don't know if he'll work with any of our psychologists at any time.
We don't know who he is, but
But even if you yell and curse at one person, that's too many. You're laughing, I'm serious.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, what'd we talk about in there yesterday?
I heard none of it.
Okay, you remember what we said? If you keep doing it, how long are you gonna be in this cell?
To Thanksgiving.
Huh?
To Thanksgiving.
Till Thanksgiving of '09 probably. He's got to stop the abusive behaviors towards all staff, not just females, all staff. He's been cautioned. He's well aware that if it continues, that's where he will serve his sentence. And he's got a while to go. So it's going to have to stop.
He told me about keep it up. I'm going to stay in this room a long time.
You're gonna keep it up?
I'm getting sick of this.
Just as in other areas of the penitentiary, CERT is regularly called into CCU to handle potentially explosive situations. CERT officers McCormick and Clark have arrived to extract an uncooperative inmate from his cell.
Inmate had trashed his cell. I believe he had refused orders from officers to come to the door to be cuffed to move.
Before attempting to move him, they make sure he's not concealing a weapon or other contraband.
We're gonna need you to strip for us before we go. Not really, just part of the job. Don't want to see that either, but it's part of the job. Okay, raise both your arms for me. Okay, top lip, bottom lip. See behind your ears. Okay, okay, lift your for me. Okay, turn around, let me see the bottoms of your feet. Okay, good. Open 27. He was cooperative the whole time. I had no problem whatsoever out of him. Cussed us just a little bit, but comes with the job, comes with the territory. All right, Gordon.
CERT officers face an incredible challenge to make one of the world's most dangerous environments safe for staff, inmates, and the public at large. Its mission can only be accomplished by a team of true comrades.
You're with them all day, and every day, 5 days a week, so you're with them more than your family at home. So guys you trust, you know, with your life and everything else.
I do think we got the best CERT team in the state of Iowa, and I'd almost say we got one of the best CERT teams in the United States. I got a bunch of good guys on there. They take their job very serious. They take their training very serious. I don't ask a guy coming on the team, I don't want you to be the best and this and this. I just want you to do the best you can.